Hi, I'm Violet, the Abysmal Witch, and welcome to my YouTube channel, A Witch's Perspective, which basically means that I'm talking about things that I find interesting in one way or another. Sharing my perspective on it, your mileage, of course, may vary. Today, I actually want to get a little kind of witchy, a little spelly, as it were, about something, and look at and share with you a tool that I use to help me reflect on my day, to explore, am I doing the things that I want to do, that I love to do, where I want to put my attention, intention, and energy? Is that what I'm doing in my day, or am I doing other things? How much am I satisfying my ultimate goals for myself and doing it in a kind of witchy way, and a way that's very physically and sensorily satisfying? So I'm going to explore that and show that to you today on this video so you can see what it is that I do. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about it, about how I use it, what kind of the advantages and such are, then check out my podcast, Pennies in the Well, at penniesinthewell.com, and have a listen on episode 41 as to a little bit more, just kind of rounding things out a bit, because the YouTube channel only gives me a certain amount of time. So go check out episode 41 on Pennies in the Well if you want to hear a little bit more about this. In the meantime, let us go and have a look at what it is that I'm actually doing with this. And no, it doesn't have a name. It's just this cool thing that I do. Go with me. So here we have my Reflect on My Day toolkit, if you will. So it's sitting on my vanity, right? We have a certain amount of space to play with. So it's basically a board. You could totally do this with magnets on top of a fridge, or really on any place where you can have a series of items that you use to mark or that you can move. Let me just leave it at that. And let me show you kind of how this works. So I have here about 13 things because, well, I'm not good at narrowing down my priorities in life to 5 things. I tried, and I can, and they're the things that are here on the left-hand side, because being Western world, I work left to right. So what I have done is I spend a lot of time thinking about what is important in my life, and things that are important to me that I want to do on a regular basis include, and why these things are associated, like why this item is associated with the concept. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not obvious, and sometimes I just needed something. Anyway, cleaning. Oddly enough, cleaning is one of my core important things to do on a daily basis. If I do it daily, I'm a happier person. So that's for marking cleaning. If I do a lot of cleaning in the day, then I move it. Here, let's have a look this way. So I have this whole length to play with of where I'm going to mark for my day of what I did. So when I get to the end of the day, I look at it and go, okay, cleaning. Oh man, I cleaned the hell, trying to be polite, right? So I cleaned the dickens out of my place, or I feel really satisfied with how I did it. I move the stone to represent it. And maybe I did a bit, maybe I did a lot, maybe I didn't barely touched it, or maybe nothing happened and the stone just stays there. And then I go through for each one of these things at the end of the night. It gets very, very fast, right? It's just a quick assessment. You know, how was I doing with, let's go with this one. This is for healing. Nice little bomb. And for healing myself, healing for others, how much do I feel like I accomplished in that during the day? This is for resting. Did I rest during the day? You know, looking after things, relationships with people, moving. Did I move today? So these are my core important things I want to do. And then down towards this end, we have the fun things. We have, did I make music today? Did I craft, like make things with my hands today? So my magic is in here, my life is in here, my work is in here, everything that I want to actually spend time on any given day, where if I spend time on all of it, oh my God, most accomplished day ever. So I get to the end of the day and I go through and I'm like, okay, cleaning pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, I did great on this one. This one, maybe not at all, but some of these things may even be related. I might go, hey, I didn't do much healing, but I did get a bunch of rest, so I'll give a little bit to healing for that. And maybe I moved so much that I feel like I could not have accomplished better, and I move it to the end. Helpful cat. And then going down, and I just go through every night. Then when I get up in the morning, I get to look and go, oh yeah, what was yesterday like? What did I accomplish yesterday? How do I feel about how I spent my life energy yesterday? And that's really what this is. This is a tool for evaluating what's going on in my life on a daily basis in a quick and representational way. It also means that I can tell that I haven't moved my little wooden flower here for quite some time. And maybe that doesn't really matter to me. This is just a nice thing. If I had a little extra time at the end of the day, I do that. But what if I hadn't looked after, my pets for a while? What if I was feeling really bad about how I was looking after my plants? That I hadn't dealt with anything in this arena for a while? What if I hadn't moved in ages? What if my frog had just sat here and not moved for a really long time? That's an indicator to me on a very tactile and subliminal level if I'm actually engaging with what I feel is important in my life. So this is a way for me to feel it and express it on a daily basis. I invite anyone who's interested to explore that. Like I said, magnets on a fridge would work really well, but all you need is a couple of items in a space where you can kind of line them out on one end and then be able to move them. And if nothing else, it gives you an opportunity to look at what's important in your life, and are you spending your life energy the way you want to? Which is perspective, right, baby? We want to actually work on what's important to us on any given day. So I leave you with that idea. And I hope that you have a little fun exploring this in your own life if you feel inspired to do so. And blessings of the deep and wild to you. Blessed be.